Hi everyone, today I'm going to be talking about my father. In quiet strength and determination, he is the steadfast rock of our home. He never demands attention or appreciation, yet he is always willing to give the proverbial shirt off his back to virtually anyone who asks. In silence, you would never know that my father is the glue to our family. Without his Christ-like character and attitude, there is no way my family would have grown to what it is today. You would never guess that my father actually grew up in an atheist home. He wasn't taught any inherent Christian morals or values. He's the youngest of many brothers and sisters, so his quiet and patient attitude came from his crazy home life. In high school, he heard a sermon by Chuck Missler and gave his life to Christ. Ever since then, he has been wholeheartedly passionate about Jesus. He graduated from UCSD with a degree in software engineering, and ever since then he has been accumulating various awards and patents for his inventions and accomplishments. After meeting my mother in Israel, they had a very quick dating relationship and got married, and ended up facing a few seasons of financial hardships and even some struggles with my mother's family. However, through lots of hard work and dedication, my father was able to mold my family into a financially secure and debt-free home. It honestly saddens me to see that so many girls don't have a good father figure or a father figure at all in their life. However, my father has taught me what a real man of God looks like and has given my home the faithful and quiet guidance that it's needed over the years. Because of my father, I have a standard I can use for any future potential men that come into my life. I have witnessed him quietly and faithfully serve my mother and care for her for almost 30 years. My mother can attest that anyone should marry a man like my father because even through everything they've been through, they have the healthiest marriage that I've ever seen. This past Thanksgiving, a couple days ago actually, my mother has a broken wrist and had to have a very invasive surgery, so she's still recovering. And so my father took over the cooking duties and all of the other duties for Thanksgiving. I never once heard him complain or yell or get stressed out. He simply took all of the duties my mom would have had to do and executed them perfectly, and we had a great Thanksgiving. I can honestly say that without him, the demonstrative and boisterous personalities in my family would clash together and end up breaking each other. However, he is the referee, the counselor, and the unfailing kindness that we need. He's generous and hardworking, willing to help anyone and everyone around him without blinking an eye. The number of young families he's helped, or fathers he's helped, or cars he's fixed without asking for payment or even recognition is kind of shocking. My church is launching a new campus down close to my house, and the campus pastor actually just moved down from Northern California, and he and his wife have 2 young kids, and the house they moved into, it was just a total mess, and they were having to deal with that and launching the church, and it was just lots of stress. And without even blinking an eye, my dad jumped on it, and he spent many late nights over at their house fixing up their tiny little home and helping them get settled and move in, and he never once complained or asked for recognition. And I think that's a great example of how my father has been my entire life. In many years later, I know that my father will continue to impact my life even after he's no longer on earth. I have a template for how I want my husband to father my children, and even how I want my sons to act. And I even know what kind of man I want to marry and the kind of things I need to look out for because my father has so patiently guided me and shown me just by his own example without knowing it what a great man of God looks like. Hands down, my father is the most Christ-like man I have ever known, and if any of you happen to meet him, you'll see it too. He's often taken for granted because he's so quiet and doesn't demand attention. However, I simply can't imagine what my family would be like without him today. Thank you.